everybody was complaining about the $60 for this Hulk. How do they feel about the $70 for that Gargantos or whatever the thing is called?
He's still Shumagarath for me.
Shumagrath, is that what you said?
Yeah, Shumagarath. That's his name in the books.
Yeah.
That's who he is to me. It's still real to me.
We're live. I can see you, Paige, but we can't hear you.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Making sure everything is good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, not that way.
No nudity in the background?
Which way is... Okay, good. All right.
Oh, man.
Careful, careful. All right. So while we're waiting, should we talk about the your fat thing?
My what thing?
Oh boy.
The your fat thing?
It hasn't been 7 minutes yet.
Yeah. Good to see everybody. Thank you for stopping by. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of information, good information tonight. We'll try to make it really quick. But while we're waiting for some people to get in, I have an announcement to make.
Welcome to the club.
You're in this club too?
Oh yeah.
Evidently, I am fat.
Oh yeah.
Paige
Not
was
in a
fat
good
shamed.
way.
Paige was fat shamed.
I was, yeah. She told me when I'm sitting in there, they got my weight and everything. And she goes, how do I say this? And I was like, is it bad? My labs or something? She says, no. She goes, but I think you could lose some weight.
Mm.
And I was like, what? Are you serious?
Yeah,
She's
man.
like, yeah. And she said, I'd like you to lose 20 pounds. I go, what?
Yeah.
And then she said, 20 to 30 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like a Jacobi Mugatu? Lose 7 pounds
no
immediately. Or
idea.
get your fat ass out of my face.
I have no idea. Like, even
Man,
looking at the camera, you know,
imagine losing almost 100 pounds, and the first thing a doctor tells you when you see him is that you need to lose weight.
I think it's what MC said. It's the BMI thing.
Yeah. I'll never forget. I went to this new doctor, man. I was 350 at my biggest. 350.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. 350, 360 almost
Wow.
at my biggest. And, so I got down to, I was like 250 when I went to that doctor. And he's like, you need to lose some weight. I'm like, dude, do you realize how much weight I've lost? Like, I don't know how much more I got left in me.
You know that
find out. Guess we're
that doctor, the guy that does the weight loss surgery. You too
Yeah.
fat to eat. He's very blunt and he's mean and
Yeah, I don't look at myself that much, but even like here, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I told my mom, she laughed. She said, what? I was like, yeah, Mom. I was like, she said that I needed to lose 20 pounds. And she goes, 20 pounds from what? I was like, I don't know, Mom. But I think it's what MC said. I think it's the BMI thing. But
yeah.
yeah. And then she said, she's like, you need to have portion control. And I was like, yeah. She says, do you drink alcohol? I said, not really. She's like, do you exercise? I said, it's like, serious.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny. Everybody said something too. They go, what? I go, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose 20 or 30 pounds, but anyway.
Paige is being discriminated.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I haven't felt like this since the military. I remember when I got back, it was probably the biggest I've ever been, as in terms of like being in shape and muscle mass. And I remember when I got back from Iraq, and my who was it? It was my senior master sergeant. You know, the one that comes down like every once in a while, to see you. Hi, and it's never good. It's always bad. And I remember we were doing like it was PT time. I just got back and wanted PT test me. And she said, and she goes, because of my weight, you remember I just got back from Iraq. So
Yeah.
I was like 215, 220.
Lean.
And she's, yeah, but it's not fat. And so she
Right.
goes, she says, yeah, sorry, Paige, you need to lose weight. And I was like, are you serious? They sent me to fat class too. I walked into that place and it was, MC knows there's just a bunch of round guys that are like on the last leg of the tour. And I walked
It looks like
in.
they sprayed their uniform on with spray paint.
And this is like, I'm telling you, man, this is like the best shape I ever was in my life. I walked in and they said, what are you doing here? I was like, I have no idea, man.
They're like, I'm here to teach the class.
Yeah, that's what I was
sweat.
like, what? It's like, but I couldn't believe it, man. And it brought back all those painful memories from the military when she called me fat. And I thought it was funny. All right, let's get this started. I got a lot of shit I got to do.
What'd she look like?
She was older. I was just like, okay. Yeah, that's funny too. Like when somebody tells you you need to get in shape and they're not in shape. It's like, I was like, okay. I got you. Yeah, that was a funny one. All right. Lots of information cover. We'll try to skim through some of this stuff. I don't think some of these topics you guys might not even want to talk about, but I put them in there. The biggest stuff tonight is going to be, obviously the Mezco stuff. That's huge in my book. But anyway, all right, here we go. Hello, welcome to episode 216 of Hangout, where we give you positive insight into the world of collecting in a very chilled and relaxed atmosphere. I say we because I'm joined by my two brothers in plastic, Mr. Cory Christopher, and am I pointing right? There it is, right there. Yeah. Mr. Michael Cory. This guy. How you guys doing tonight? Good?
Well, as returning champ, I feel like I'm doing pretty good.
Thought we were gonna glaze over that.
No, not so fast, sir. Not so fast, sir. All streets were made to be broken.
I didn't make any big deal about it when I was on my run.
But you did. You rubbed it in the chat, and I had to see all these Roman Reigns shit everywhere. I'm getting hate mail and all this other kind of stuff. The harassment was real.
Well, you are the champ now. Why is that popping up? Congratulations.
You don't know how excited I was when I hit refresh and that thing popped up. I was like, oh, I got him. I was like, it literally just popped up. I was like, there's no way he got me.
Dude, I am not lying to you. I hit it. I put save and I accidentally hit MC's page, right? But I recouped. It was a stumble and recoup. And then I got on your page. I clicked it and then I saw it loading and I go, what are the chances that they were there and they got it? I looked and I saw yours and it said just now. And I go, oh man, he got it. Yeah. It's like he got it.
Oh yeah. What a sweet victory.
Yeah, it does feel sweet, doesn't it?
It does. It does. You got to enjoy the little things sometimes.
Exactly. So of course we're having a little bit of trouble with this, but I'll just kind of read it off. So tonight for Top Cons, let me exit out of this then. For Top Cons for tonight, we got a little bit of show foreplay, no community tonight. Again, a bulk of this is going to be the Mezco Con and SDCC stuff. Okay, so if you have questions and you want to ask them, just kind of put them in the comments, and what I'll do is at the end of it we'll go over some of that stuff. The reason why I wanted to do this is to jump ahead of all the content that's probably going to come out after this, because we all saw what happened last year, so hopefully this episode is going to give you I guess what's the tips and tricks or whatever, hacks or something like that you can use, because we all know that this is probably the most one of the stressful times in trying to get exclusives, getting prepared and everything like that. So this show will kind of like help you get through some of that stuff, get you prepped up and everything else.
Making decisions is going to be tough. It's a lot of great shit coming. A lot of great shit. Where's your loyalties lie?
Mm-hmm. Well, even from an exclusive standpoint, there's just I had a list from Preternia. Oh yeah, the thing that MC sent me this morning, and it had a list of, not obviously not Mezco, but they had a list of the stuff for the exclusives, and I'm like, geez, there's a bunch of them already.
Too many.
Yeah.
Coming for all the monies.
Yeah, and I'm also really glad that they put this out early, like way earlier, than last year, because there was a little bit of how do we call it? Pre-confusion?
Premature.
Yeah. All right, I think we're set. All right, here we go. So, but first, before we talk about any of that, why don't we do a little bit of show foreplay? Get our juices going. Mine's working. Define sacrifice. Yeah. No, thank you. I saw this. I had a bunch of questions. I don't know how this would work, but I
Who
guess
there is making the sacrifice?
I don't know, but I can tell you one thing: the guy in the back to the left, our left. He's probably the ex.
You think
He
so?
does
I have
not.
a feeling he's the husband.
Yeah.
You think so?
The guy that's smiling front and
The
center.
one with the big grin. That's the ex that's got nothing to lose. That's the guy that's living there rent free in the husband's head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's like.
He's the one that gets that too while the husband works till 7 every day.
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, man, I can't even imagine this.
I couldn't imagine having that grin on your face and being the husband living with her ex.
Yeah, no, it's a no for me. Forget that.
Yeah.
Lone Star. Did you guys see the teaser trailer for Spaceballs?
Yes.
Have not.
Thoughts?
I thought Mel Brooks was pretty funny. He looked good for 92 years old.
Is that how old he is? 92?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then you got Rick Moranis coming back.
I'm going to turn you up really quick.
Sequels make me nervous, man. Anytime you wait this long for a sequels make me nervous. Like, I just felt like if you had a good script, it wouldn't have taken 40 years to get it. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to ask you. Is like, is it just out of the bubble?
Yeah.
I did see Rick Moranis was coming back. Most of the people that they had are coming back. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Especially with Rick, because he kind of dropped out. The family stuff he had.
No barf and no dot though.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe CGI. But you can tack on a couple of years to that. Whatever you said. What was it? 40 plus years? Because this isn't coming out till 2027.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I know, right?
We better film that fast.
Yeah, because you never know.
92. 94.
96. Gosh, yeah. Do you guys have a favorite Spaceballs scene?
Man, we ain't found shit.
That's my favorite. It was gold, bro. I don't know that one. CC, do you have one?
Probably your Schwartz is bigger than mine.
Oh yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, man, that's got some good ones in there too. It was corny, but it was just really good. Anyway, the Devourer of Corn. Well, while we're staying with movies and while everyone has Galactus stuff in the background here, are you guys set for the most expensive popcorn bucket ever?
Yeah, needless to say, I won't have that one. Looked really cool. I just can't imagine paying $80 for a popcorn bucket.
Galactus says no.
It's almost like you would be committed to use it a lot. Like I guess it has light up eyes and I'd feel kind of gypped if they didn't give you popcorn with this. You know, if you bought the bucket, but you didn't get any popcorn.
I feel like
Imagine.
the drink should be included at that price as well. Like you should get popcorn and a beverage for $80.
You should get a food item as well. That crappy hot dog, something. This is
Nachos.
a lot. Not anything. Nachos, nuggies, whatever.
Mhm.
Maybe if you even have one of those movie theaters that has alcohol, maybe a premium drink.
Yeah, one cocktail.
Oh my gosh, man. This is
That's it's a little pricey.
and we talked about this last week. I mean, they already tagged a bunch of other little popcorn things. Can you imagine really liking this movie or wanting to get all these popcorn buckets? Oh my gosh. Oh, anyway. I am tempted. I don't know where you put it. This thing is huge, I heard.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? What's up? All right, let's see. Next. I know we keep talking about tariffs, but hear me out again. So I got this email the other day, and I guess July 1st, this gentleman said that they're going to be the tariff pricing as of July 1st is going to be 15%. It's cool communication, everything else like that. He said that on the second slide where he said it. So the 15% tariff surcharge will be added to all invoices regardless of when the order was written. And then anything after the July 1st, I guess when your order comes in from this place, they'll just adjust it to that. So it seems like even though everything's kind of in flux right now, this seems to be like the method that most companies are going to be taking to kind of like deal with this. Yeah. I'm wondering how it's going to impact some of these things coming up, like if you were going to San Diego, I wonder if there is going to be a little bit of a price elevation because you're going there and picking it up, right? Self-serve.
Yeah. Do you see where Hasbro's cutting jobs?
Like for what, the past 2 years, right?
It's just another 3% reduction.
Yeah. So how much? I mean, they've been laying off people for a while now.
Yeah. So, well, they're not done.
Yeah. I put this in here for MC. Hasta la vista. So I guess they're doing Terminator 2, Mafex. I put this in here for you, bud.
Nah, I'm good.
No good? Okay, we can skip this. I ain't afraid of no price. I keep going back and forth with this. So the new Mondo 112 Real Ghostbusters animated series went up. This is the deluxe set.
Mondo's doing a 112 series?
Oh, yeah, man. And avert your eyes, bro, because...
I wasn't aware they were getting into the 112 scene.
Well, yeah. And, yeah. So they have this. I think they have Egon and Peter right now. And then they're adding Winston. Poor Ray, he gets no respect. And this is the deluxe set, so it's going to have a ghost. The other ones are deluxe sets too, and they pack in ghosts. So since you don't know too much about this CC animated series, this is what you got. Getting this stuff pretty detailed. What do you think the price point for this would be?
Knowing that it's Mondo, it's got to be probably around $90.
$90. This deluxe set is $202.
Oh, they're crazy. And it's 112, not 16?
This is the 112th version.
No way. I'm sorry, but no way.
Count for two, CC. One to display and one to play.
No way. Can I see a close up of that figure again?
Yes, sir. Here you go. It'll be staying open until July. I think Big Bad Toy Store will have them anyway, but I will let the deluxe version. But $202, and then here's your other kind of. Here's the gang.
CC getting two.
No way.
No idea.
2 Winstons?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, this looks really good. I watched. Who did I watch?
Well, bro, it better look good for $203.
Yeah.
$203. Oh my god!
Well, 202, I think. 202.
I mean, way to discourage anybody. What happened to the first one's free? Like, and this like the new line? Are you supposed to start out like sucker us in and then maybe charge me $200 for the third Ghostbuster after I already bought the first two? Aren't you supposed to do something like that?
Yeah, so you know how we talk about pricing and stuff like here, and I always try to relate it to other things, because like when I saw this, I got sticker shock, and I go, oh, is this how people feel when they look at Mezco stuff? I was like, whoa, 200. But so I was like, do some research. And so I watched a review. Who was it by? Geek Dead Life.
He's got alternate hands. He just got gloves.
Yeah. But he went over this stuff. I think he went over Peter. It's single jointed. He said that it didn't impede from him taking the neutron wand and putting it up here or anything like that. And I guess a lot of the emphasis is placed on like the sculpting and everything. I remember Mondo had a booth at San Diego. I didn't go over to it, but I'll definitely do it this year because I'm really interested in seeing these like up close.
Ugh.
Are you guessing the price?
So CC's not sold?
$203. That's
$2.
That's just
$2.
That's asinine, man.
Great movie.
I can't imagine that. I mean, the Ghost is cool. It's pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
But $203, and you're talking about single jointed. There's not a bunch of accessories there. Not a bunch. You know what I mean? Like no, I'm speechless. That threw me way, way off. $203. I mean, you're $70 away from their 1/6 scale figure.
Well, one thing that you got to also consider with this is the deluxe set. So this is a higher price point. They do sell an offering without the ghosts. And I don't know how much that one is. I'd have to check. Don't quote me on the price. I think it's around 90 or 100. Don't quote me.
Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said shit.
That's right. But I mean, yeah, I saw this and I'm like, oh man, this would be so cool. And then I started thinking, would this go with that Ecto one, which I don't have anyway? And yeah, Mezco's price point is decent. Then you add tax and shipping, and it just starts to hurt a little bit. But they make up for it with the comics and quality and accessories. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's all relative, like to what? No Ghost is. Oh, thank you, Raiden. So he said it's
Ghost
around
itself
more.
is $101 then. So you're paying $101 for the Ghost, $101 for the figure.
So they're sold separately? Or
No, this is the deluxe pack that you get the Ghost, and then they also do a single pack where you're just going to get Winston, and please correct me if I'm wrong, Raiden, you'll get the accessories, but not the Ghost stuff. You'll get less stuff.
Are there more accessories that aren't pictured or something? Like he's got to have alternate hands, right?
Is that soft goods? Like,
no, I think it's all plastic.
There's definitely no soft goods there.
Ew. Sorry, I'm not going to yuck somebody's yum.
I don't see that. Yeah, I think that price is way out of pocket.
Literally,
this is relatable. You see, this is like when people like talk about like Maximum Spider-Man or Mezco or anything else like that. That's immediately what I got out of this. I wanted to show you guys because we're Ghostbuster fans, right? But when I first saw that price, I was like, whoa. And I was like, oh my God, this is how Mezco people think about Mezco. It's like, whoa, what's up with the price?
Makes me want to go out and get those other real life Ghostbusters that were like $18. Like I just can't imagine,
The plasma series?
Yeah.
Or the Hasbro animated ones that they came out with. The Hasbro.
Yeah, those. Yeah, you had the Hasbro animated ones. Yeah, it looks cool, but Christ's sake.
I still have the select. That's why I want to see these in person. I still have all the select stuff. You remember the build the stuff that they did, like the firehouse and all that, and the rooftop thing?
Yeah.
I still have those somewhere. What did it say? A, B, rare. Think of it this way. Full team, deluxe, 800 pre-tax.
Nah. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. That was easy. Well, thank you, Mondo, for not getting me started on another line.
Yeah, and then I do like I said, Geek Dad did a really good job with this with the Peter one because he showed some of the stuff that he had on here, but one of the things he showed was the box art, and it was really cool because it was the firehouse, and then he started talking about an Ecto One. They don't. Oh no, the firehouse they don't have plans on building, but the Ecto One that was kind of up in the air. They didn't say anything about it, but I'm thinking to myself, I go, wow, can you imagine if they did do a vehicle? It's like, ooh.
Did you guys do the HasLab, the Ghostbusters HasLab?
No, I thought about it, but
I did. I'm excited for, like, with the Mezco Ghostbusters.
it looked good in all the configurations. We were talking. I mean, that's when we were talking about for a while, but it's yeah. I saw this in the group going along. I don't know if this has anything to do with tariffs or adjusting or anything else like that, but Orlando put up that he bought the what is it, the Bodacious Beach Bros or something like that. Is that what this is? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw people posting that earlier too. Yeah, with
Yeah, so he got that, and then he got a little bit of a refund from NECA.
Yeah, I think NECA owes some people after that whole sewer layer thing. they need to sweeten the pot with their customers right now.
That was going to be my question. Do you think this was PR or what?
Oh, yeah,
a little bit of PR.
I mean, I was lucky. I got the lab. I didn't get two, but just one.
I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot all about it, but I'm not deep into that. I'm not deep into that company. But I'll be honest. I forgot all about all that junk. the turtle sewer layer stuff. Yeah.
I do like the Beetlejuice brothel that they made. I wish I would have ordered that to go with the Mezco Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
I guess in Joe News, I forgot to put this in there, but that snake armor that's supposed to be dropping soon. They're dropping a bunch of Joes. So if you have orders, there's a bunch of dates that moved up. Can't remember all of them.
How many snakes you
ordered? How many did I order? I think it was 3.
Oof, I ordered 2, and it was painful to see that invoice today.
Yeah, and then that claw, right? Yeah. That's supposed to be coming. So they pushed up a lot of stuff. I don't know if they did it because of the window. You know, they're in the cheap window right now.
Yeah, they're doing a drop shipment at my house.
I know. Claw. You're calling in your what is it? You hit your 3-hit kill and calling your airdrop.
Oh man, I had to take care of a friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got a bunch of that, and then I know we were talking about it, but we thought there was going to be it's JoJo June, so thought there was going to be like a live stream, and they did do a live stream, but I don't remember them advertising it, and it wasn't a traditional live stream. It was a one where Lenny sat down with I guess one of the the people that do the Joe and Energon Transformers comic.
Mm.
But they were very slick to insert the prototype Night Force beachhead, and I think it's Quick Kick, right? Digital render. They talked about it in the last stream, but this is the digital render. Looks really cool. Nice loadout.
Man, to all the guys complaining about not getting a bunch of reveals today, like, what do you want? We just got the Striker pre-order. Was that last week?
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks.
Like, what more do you want? I don't get it.
There's just like we just talked about. There's just a bunch of stuff. Just oh, okay. I was like, what is this? There's a bunch of stuff that they're charging, and then San Diego's coming up.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, there's going to be a bunch of stuff there that people are going to see. So
I want Mezco to do a beachhead. I said that earlier in the chat, but I think that would be Great figure.
Yeah. It would work too. They did Firefly, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple little tweaks and stuff. But yeah, a lot of Joe stuff is coming. So if you are into Joe's and cross collecting, get your wallet ready. One Garg, please. This guy went up. Very happy. Was chatting with MC about this earlier. They put this up and they saw the price point. You want to take it from there, MC?
Good Lord, it's a lot of money. I mean, I know it's big and some new molds and stuff like that, but for me, it was I thought it'd be $10 cheaper.
So he only ordered 3.
Nah,
No. We were talking. I was like, he's like, damn.
You know, if you guys order from GameStop, you get the pro member pricing.
What's that?
It was $61 for pro members.
What's the shipping from them though?
I don't remember. But if you spent $250, you get another $25 off.
Oh, Paige, that's right up your alley.
Yeah, it's.
I'll pay $3.99 for my shipping though.
Amazon. I thought, like when I ordered from Pulse, they said anything that was over 75 was free. I ordered 2 of these though, so because I want the tentacles.
Uh-oh. Coming to a future diorama near you guys. Pay attention.
Yeah,
he's got wheels turning in the future.
Yeah. It's like he's talking all that shit, but he's never gonna do anything with it.
Oh, those tentacles would go good with Nemo. They'd go good with Doc. There's Atticus.
Mm-hmm. I like the character the way it looks too. I love the you have John, yeah. They seem like they've really they really are focusing on eyes and stuff like that.
That thing's coming to an OR near you. Or ER.
Yeah. It just I like what they're doing. And more than likely they're gonna show this at San Diego too, so people will be able to get a lot of close up. Oh god, everything's running into each other. They haven't announced the HasLab officially, right?
They said they haven't told us what it is, but it's coming.
Yeah, so they'll have that also at San Diego. San Diego is going to be huge this year. Oh yeah, he said I'm hyped for the Juggernaut. I thought I'd put that in there too, but that's the next drop, and I think that's next week, and that's a regular, so it'll be available everywhere.
Juggernaut's a solo release?
I think so. I think if let me go a second. I went to
Juggernaut's by himself.
Yeah, and he's next week. I don't know if they've done a price on him, right? Nothing, right?
Not yet.
I'd assume he's probably gonna be similar to like Max Hulk, I would guess.
But everybody, from what I've heard, everybody seems like they really like his look. You know,
he's got better articulation than the last one, right?
You know what? I didn't pixel peep or did any of that stuff. I thought the last one was cool. You know, I wasn't.
Was that the 2-pack one with Colossus?
I have one that was. Was it a Build-A-Figure? It's been so long, man.
He was a Build-A-Figure at one point.
Yeah, Thursday. It's gonna go up. Juggernaut.
Bitch.
Yes, Juggernaut. Yeah, I don't. It's cool to have people that are like really entrenched in whatever line is, because they can like break all these like nuances from figure to figure.
Supernova Moore said he has toe articulation as well. Thank you.
Thank you. That's cool. Yeah. So yeah, he's going up. And then I know we had this in the chat. I just kind of shoehorned this in there. Do we want to talk about Star Wars at all or no?
I thought this set was cool. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it, but I thought like they finally did some work on the Black Series that was
pretty
much
nice.
good. Like CC used to be a big Black Series guy. He knows.
Expensive.
The articulation was always not great.
when I saw this photo, I thought about. You remember in Tropic Thunder? There's Downey, and they go, "Ollie, Ollie, Ollie."
him and Tobey Maguire with the Enya music.
That's when I first saw that photo. That's what I thought of. But, yeah, this is cool. I'm glad I don't collect Black Series. And then they had this is. I know you guys like the 3 3/4 stuff. This is a TIE Fighter.
Really cool.
Yeah, that TIE Fighter's awesome with the battle damage.
And how much is it going to be?
The hangar's full. I don't know.
I think it's $100.
It looks very detailed.
Yeah, they said they did a lot. They had access to a lot of the film and behind the scenes stuff to model it more accurate than anything else.
Huh. I mean, when you start getting into like vehicles and multiples of all this stuff, 3 3/4 seems like a smarter move.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had these stormtroopers. We'll go past that. What do we got now? Oh, a whale's vagina. The insiders will know.
I can't.
Are you ready?
Is it time to play the game?
Yeah. This is it. This is our time to shine. All these other toy lines and topics and stuff, we're just bullshitting through this stuff. This is the stuff I know what I'm talking about. That picture of the black Gomez with blue eyes.
It's racist.
Oh, I was like, whoa, what? What's he talking about? Good to see Andrew. He always sends me like messages and like, "Yay, it's gonna be a show tonight." Yeah. This is who was that? It was Hazard Squad commander. Put him on there. Turn on all the lights. Boost up the exposure. Yeah. I was gonna cut this part of the show out so I could use it for content. So if I do something really like niche or kitsch right now, it's probably because of that. Come in just for this part, right? Or
Paige, your mic sounds crackly. Paige, we can't hear you.
Yeah, you lost your audio.
Right during the part, right?
You jinxed it. You said I wanted to cut this segment, and you ended up cutting the segment. It's Freudian.
He sounds like he's talking through a CB almost.
Nobody knows how to do a page like a tease like Paige. We talk about whales' vaginas, and we get cut off. That's the way it goes.
See? Charm of the show, isn't that what you said earlier?
Yeah. And we're back. Yeah. I don't know about that whole engineer we got, man. He's not sure he's getting a Christmas bonus this year.
Yeah. Definitely is not Kevin.
Oh, man.
Like he's got one of those voice boxes, Supernova Moore.
Right.
Like a guy from South Park that hangs out at the gun shop.
Oh, man.
Uncle Ned's gun shop. And
Uncle Ned.
CC, this guy's awesome. You weren't wrong.
Galactus, I told you. Those little articulated fingers and everything is crazy. He's just huge though.
I snuck it out of Sawyer's room and I'm like, hey, do these legs bend like this? He's like, I'd rather you not try to break it right now.
Is that what he told you?
Yes. I don't feel comfortable with you bending his legs like that, making him sit down. I'm like, okay.
That's funny.
Look at that. They're very articulate.
It's finally gone full circle. You went from letting him play with your toys. Now he feels like he's letting you play with his.
Yeah, Galactus is a beast. Come here, son. Come here, new Sawyer.
They did really well with him, and the Sentinel's really good too.
I'm good. We're not getting Sentinels.
They're really good. Got really great tentacles.
What'd you say he's got?
Testicles, really great testicles.
This is that popcorn bucket right there, if anybody's wondering at home.
I wonder if mine still lights up. I don't think I put batteries in it. I need to take a look.
I like that he's got ratchet joints in those knees.
Yes.
Those. Shoulder.
I think that was the whole. Wasn't that like the biggest complaint with the Sentinel? Is that everyone said that it wouldn't hold. It was so heavy that it wouldn't hold when you try to stand it. I didn't have a problem with mine, but
yeah. And then they put out that fix video where you got to like take a screwdriver and tighten the knee joint and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy. Once you pose him, he ain't going nowhere unless he just falls over from the sheer weight. But his joints aren't giving out.
Oh, look, it's Ian Saunders breaking the internet in the Mythic Legion's cabal right now.
Very nicely. Yeah.
Do you see his picture, Ian's, with
Which
the
one?
owl in the background?
Oh yeah, that thing's fantastic.
Dude,
Oh yeah, with the thing.
Yeah.
The screen. Yeah.
Yeah, Ian's basically broken the cabal with like 2 photos.
Good for him.
Yeah. Send me some.
All right.
You got audio.
My battery ran out. Apologies.
Oh.
Good catch. Thank you for carrying on the show. What were we talking about? Give me a break. Oh, yeah. The setup. Just in case I want to cut this for a clip and make a reel. I doubt I will, but it's right here. All right. So if this is the first time that you're watching this, or if this is you're new to Mezco Con or San Diego Comic Con, are you new? What? But if you are new to any of this stuff, you come to the right place. Gonna be a lot of good information. So what I did was I looked through some of the stuff from last year. I even took notes, and these were probably some of like the bigger questions that were put out. Also to kill some rumors. I think one of the good things already is they jumped out ahead and they kind of put this stuff out right now. That way there's not this whole, beating the dead horse about the exclusive is out. They're not going. Where's the itinerary? All that stuff that we dealt with last year, right?
It's Mezcon. It's Mezcon. They announced it.
My God, man.
This MezCon sucked. We only got one figure.
Yeah. It's like, just let.
Why is everybody getting it before me? Because they went to the con. I ordered.
Oh, I got this in there too. I got this in there too. It's only used as a teachable moment. I saw a video of somebody just poking. And all you had to do is just take maybe 2 minutes to look up the Mezco's website to explain it. And this person, I only made it through about 20 seconds. And this person was like, this is BS. People paid for the exclusive, but people are already getting in hand. And I'm like, oh God, I can't do this. And I turned it off. I was like, but it was one of these things where somebody just puts out content just to like kind of poke. They're not even involved really in the line, but they're just like, let me work on some numbers. Let me piss some people off.
Yeah.
Let me light a fire and then walk away. So this show is just to kind of like, I'm not making excuses for anybody. All the stuff that we're going to talk about, it's just information based. So you can take the information and you can say, okay, I'll take it into consideration because it's the reason why. And you can say, I don't like that and throw it away. Or this can help you better prepare for the stuff that's going to come up because these questions are going to come up. You're going to be like, where's my stuff? Why isn't it shipped? Why is this? This will just kind of help people out with that.
No room for logic on the internet, Paige.
It just helps. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me to see people getting pissed off for no reason. When all you have to do is just like either go to their website or go to somebody who covers it. I'm not even saying me. Dude, just go to somebody who covers it and is consistent with the information. And then you'll have a better idea. But like a lot of times that it's a snowball effect. You'll have people just say, they just throw out some kind of random thing for views and then everybody grabs a hold of it and it just makes the experience bad for everybody. So hopefully this will do it. So this is the thing that they put out. You guys saw this starting on June 25th. That's pretty quick. And the thing that caught my eye with this was exclusives plural. You guys' thoughts?
It's one exclusive for multiple people.
Yeah.
Fingers
What
crossed.
he's gonna get.
Fingers crossed. Let's hope for one 5-point, one Living Dead doll, one 112.
Yeah.
And let's call it a con.
So Adam's question is, the con has already started, right? That joke will never get old.
It's over.
It hasn't started yet. No.
It's over.
So yeah, they got this multiple exclusives. The thing I want to hit on this is just like CC said, they've had Living Dead doll exclusives. They've had 5 points, and of course 112. So when they say exclusive, it doesn't mean that there's going to be a bunch of 112 multiple exclusives. It might be a mixture of both, but I would definitely prepare for multiple 112s because traditionally, I shouldn't say traditionally, because historically that's what they've done. They've dropped 1 or 2 at a time for the last like 2 or 3 years. I think the last one that they didn't was the Black Spartan one. So I would prepare for that. What is it? Nobody wants that. As a voodoo doll. So yeah, they got that. And so they announced that. And then they also, on the tail end of that, they said that they're going to be going to San Diego. They confirmed it. This booth is going to be the same booth that they were at last year, July 24th through the 27th. I forgot how we did preview night last time. Do you guys know if 24th, what day is that? Is that
24th of June?
It's Thursday.
24th would be next Tuesday.
July.
Oh, July.
Yeah, so it's next month. So Mezco Con is this month.
Oh yeah.
SDCC is next.
I knew that.
Next month. Yeah.
Yes, that is a Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's preview night. So preview night, everyone's still scrambling to set up the booth and then they open it up.
Isn't that where they sell all the exclusive for the entire weekend? That way they're sold out.
No, we will talk about that. One of the things that I have for is like that's definitely something that that you should try to do. I don't know what everyone's situation is, but if you're gonna go to San Diego and you have tickets for preview night, I would definitely try to go then. How many exclusives do you think they'll do?
Oh man. Man. Like I said, I'm hoping for just one. That's my hope for the 112. All I need is one exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Give me one pre-order and some reveals, and I would call it a successful weekend.
You just want one exclusive?
One. That's good. That's all I need. I still got Thor coming next month. I don't need any more than that.
He snuck in and snuck out. He's like, I'm out of here. He's back. I was like, why is the MC talking?
I say 3 exclusives.
Holy crap. Oh, Henrock's not going.
Don't you wish that evil on us?
3 exclusives. That's a lot. They did do that once. It was, God. Ugh.
Now, when they did the Green Ranger?
No, I think it was when they did, who was it? It was Moon Knight, Gordon, right? And something else.
Let's do it.
I remember there was a 3. I remember they did 3. Oh no, I take that back. Never mind. They were gonna do 3, but yeah. But I guess we could probably talk about the exclusive. So right now, they haven't announced anything in terms of what the exclusives are going to be, how many of each or whatever it is like that. So nothing officially has been confirmed. But like I said before, they have done multiples in the past. So make sure that you're ready for that. I'm going to skip through some of the stuff. But one of the things that I had with the exclusives was what is the best way what's the best way to get the exclusives? I think that's a good question, right? That's one thing that I saw.
Mhm.
Do you?
By contest.
You said what now?
By contest. It's the absolute best way. Cost you nothing.
Yeah.
Now, it's the most reliable way.
Yeah. Ian asked what the dates are. So Mezco Con, the itinerary is not out for yet for that, but that's the online event. Usually, that was another thing. Usually with Mezco Con and San Diego, they kind of overlap them. This time, what they did was they put it out a little bit earlier. So the good thing is you'll be able to see all the exclusives that will more than likely be sold at San Diego. And then they'll have some of the reveals. And then fingers crossed, hopefully they'll have some of those reveals in at the show. MezcoCon, June 25th. And then San Diego Comic-Con, the physical appearance, that will be July next month, 24th through the 27th, booth 3145. What did it say? New York is what I meant. I'm responding to Adam. Sorry for the confusion. No. Maybe somebody watching. Maybe they saw it and go, oh, okay. I have a New York date on there too. They started pre-selling tickets for that. MC, do you have any tips on how to better or what your strategy is for getting exclusives?
Follow them on social media. Follow Mezco on social media. That's where you're going to find out when stuff is dropping.
Yeah.
Or follow at the toy page.
Yeah, some things. Not all, but exclusive Casey Jones and Red calling it. For this one? That'd be cool. That'd be cool as a New York one.
God Doom.
God Doom. With Thanos, Skull, and Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, figure of the year.
Doomsday.
Dots made it. He was on the replay last time, but he made it here. Ian said that New York is going to be October 9th to the 12th, and they are selling tickets for that, but they're doing this like weird fan thing. I guess it's to ensure that fans are getting the tickets. I mean, it's a cool concept, but you have to register yourself, you mutant, and you'll get validated, and then you can buy your tickets, but they're pre-selling right now for New York. Hey, Steve. Okay, so here are the tips I would give you for like excuses really quick. Yes, follow Mezco Toys. You can also, like, I put out a bunch of information too, try to keep like groups and stuff like that updated, the personal stuff as well. Online, they'll probably blast us with a bunch of like social media stuff and tell us when this is going to happen. All the regular checklist stuff. Make sure you're prepared, your payment information, stuff like that. Make sure you know what times they're going to do it, because that online opportunity, depending on what it is, you're going to be your best bet to get it unless you go to the convention. If you go to the convention, this is what I would definitely recommend. Preview night is Thursday night. They will have the exclusives there. If you have tickets for preview night, I highly recommend going to preview night and going to the Mezco booth first. As a matter of fact, for every single day of San Diego Comic-Con, if you want an exclusive, you need to go to that booth first.
Before we get into Hasbro line?
Well, I don't know how they're going to do it this year, but last year Hasbro had a lottery system, and you did this booking by appointment kind of thing. I don't know how they're going to run it this year. I don't know how many shows scheduled that could possibly be. Okay, so bang, that was my gun. So what happens is I think I had the pictures. Let me try to pull it up. So last year at San Diego, preview night, it was dead. And then the next day, that's when the lines started forming to get the exclusives. And in order to make it fair, what Mezco did was they put like allocations. They put a daily allocation, and they allocate for the whole show, but then they put daily allocations on the figures, right?
Yeah.
And so that is to ensure that there's a chance that everybody has an opportunity to get it, right?
Yeah.
yeah, it might be somebody that says, "Oh, well, I only had a ticket for preview night or day one or something like that." That's why I'm saying you need to go to that booth first,
They
because
didn't do that for NYCC though, did they?
no, and also MegaCon, it wasn't like that either. The reason why I think they did for San Diego was because it was the characters, and then also because it's so much bigger.
Yeah.
And then I'm telling you, San Diego, if they would have just let people buy it at preview night, it would have been sold out. And so I understand like somebody saying, yeah, that sucks because they cut it off. But I guess it's, what can you really do? Do you sell out the first night and then nobody has it for the rest of the show and everybody's pissed off? Or do you allocate giving it everybody a chance? It's a lose-lose, to be honest with you.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple little things, like I know something that was brought up in the past was the cashier system that they had. A lot of people have problems with that. It's very, if you have your debit card, they have a system now that you just scan and do the, even though there's a line, that line moves very quickly. I mean, I did test runs, like time test runs on there. And I think when you were in line, I gave somebody a marker and I asked them how long it took them to get through the whole process at the end. And it probably took, if you're standing in line wrapped around, like 20 minutes. So there, it's a lot faster, but that means they'll sell out quicker. So depending on what the character is, that's why you should just be prepared for that.
Did they do an item limit as well? Like one Casey Jones per figure? Or?
So yeah, like the allocation, like, so what they did was, and they may not do that this time too, because at MegaCon, you remember, they didn't have limits.
Right.
In New York, they didn't have limits either. I think they just did San Diego. They put limits because of like the character selection, like I said, and then also the line, dude. The line, I should have been looking that up, but there was a line, I showed you guys this before. It was wrapped around the booth, you know, and it was against the wall. Like this is part of it, right? That line wraps. So you see where D is right here?
Mm-hmm.
Is it showing? Okay. So you see where D is at right here? That's the side of it. This is the main thing. So the line goes from here all the way around here. And then what happened was there was a wall over here and they pushed everybody against the wall to wait. See, this is the line. See, and they have that line's capped. So this right here, look at that guy right there. Hi, D. But if they would have just let them sell, it would have sold out. There's the line with the wall. That's why I'm saying get there early. It's not a cheap plug or anything like that. It's just to say if you really want the exclusive, that would be the very first place that I would go. I see me. Henrock said I see me. But they didn't put allocations or limits on New York or MegaCon. Another thing, they also sold other items too. So they had like Snake Eyes, they had Casey Jones, but they have other things that they sell as well. And oh, see, there you go. One per person. Henrock can tell you. I was there at 4 a.m. for the line. See, so
Jesus.
Well, they have they do have a way you can get in early. I think if you're just like if you're just there for the convention, like there's Henrock can probably tell you, but there's like this special holding place and you just get in line. Because what's gonna happen is like I saw this too. I saw like content creators like walking around and they would see the line and they would say they're sold out. You remember that post I made last year? And guy was like, I came from the booth. They already sold out of everything. I was like, really? Like, I'm at the booth. What are you talking about?
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, like, dude. And so, and I know there's probably like some kind of hidden little agenda to that. Like, oh, if they know they're sold out, I can go and I can buy and I can upscale, you know, I can upcharge people for it. Like, make sure you watch Mezco sites, and I'm gonna be there. I'll be at the booth, so I can tell you, like I do every year. I'll tell you what's available, how much it is, when it sells out, if there's daily allocations or something like that through the day. So, I mean, those are the two. You could believe the guy that's walking around with the camera, or you can go to the website and get your information there. I'd much rather listen to somebody who's there, actually there, you know.
Reliable source.
Yeah, dude, it's a snowball thing. You'll get pissed off at Mezco because they sold out. But you won't get pissed off at the guy that's charging you aftermarket pricing. That's weird. It's weird. But yeah, go early, get there, get your stuff. Ask them if they're doing daily allocations. Trying to think what else. Oh yeah. Also keep an eye out. They have other stuff. What was the other thing with this that kind of tied into this? Are you guys gonna try to get your stuff online, or are you gonna use like homie hookups?
Well, since my homie's here,
No pressure.
no, I mean, like, I try to go online because I know that, you know, my friend there, I don't want to seem like him, even though you always offer. Like, I think it's easier for me to get it online for you. That way you don't have to pack more shit and run in mail, but you know how it is.
Yeah.
Did you get us? Yeah, you got us. Did you pick up Casey Jones for it? I can't remember.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. But that's the benefits.
Appreciate you, sir.
No, I mean, but that's what the cool part about having. I would recommend if you have somebody that's going to the show and they're your friend and stuff like that, and you can pay them a marker, you know, like a John Wick kind of shit, and they hook you up, you hook them up. I mean, that's what it really should be about. I saw a lot of people. Well, we all saw those posts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like somebody was in line taking a picture of the exclusive and already selling it. You know, so if you have friends that are going to be there, work those channels, man, so you don't have to. So that's maybe a later option. You don't, you know. CC already told me I have to get him something. So, CC, are you? I know it depends on what it is. Are you getting anything this year?
Oh, I'm sure I'm getting something. I'm sure of that. It's really going to be. I can't wait to hear what everything's going to be, so I can kind of plan my plan of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty intense. So I guess to kind of sum up that segment, that's what I'd say. Be prepared. Be early. If you have friends, work it, or work your connections, because this is the shit that you're going to have to deal with right here. It's nobody's fault. It's just the demand. And while you're in line, talk to people, because this is the line that you're probably going to have, depending on what it is.
Okay, you're the expert now. So, what's your recommendation for trying to get, once you get your goodies, what's the best way to get them home?
Like if you're there?
Yeah.
When I flew, what I did was, that's a really good question. I tried, the first time I went, I stuffed them all in my bag. I'll never do that again. Because, even though you're taking that stuff on a bag, you're putting it in the carry out bin or carry bin.
Yeah.
Or under your seat, you're going to probably crush the box. So D actually suggested this to me, is we, like, depending on how much you have, we just grab a box and we put everything in there, and then you take it on you with the flight as a checked bag, and it's like $30. That's cheaper than shipping, from California to Florida.
Yeah.
So that's what I did last time. Thank you, D, for that. Great suggestion. Great mentor. That's what I did. Because you don't want to, it's hard to ship stuff from there, because they know that people are shipping things to different places and everything. And the shipping charges there, they go up like 50%. Oh yeah, didn't I send you guys the price estimate for sending that stuff to you? I was like, I'll just wait till I get home because it was like an extra 20 or 30 bucks.
Yeah, it was pretty expensive.
Yeah. So it's like, hey Chew. Congratulations to Chew. He won today. Not today, he had
Monday.
a feature.
Was it Monday? Mezco Monday?
I think so, yeah, because Henrock won today. Bastard. He's so talented. Great segue, because talk about shipping, right? So I think we can all agree that if you're at the convention and they have the exclusive, and then you may bought one online, the person that's going to the convention will have the exclusive before the other ones are mailed out, right? Is that a logical assessment?
Makes sense.
Yeah. Again, the video I saw was a person saying people have already paid for their exclusives and the people that are at the show are getting them before us. And how dare Mezco do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when all you have to do is simply go to the website and it'll tell you in bold red letters in 2 places that the exclusives that you buy online, those are going to be shipped out after the convention. And I don't know if I always go by the pre-order date and I add whatever they say. So if it's 6 to 8 weeks, I add it from the pre-order date. 8 to 12 weeks, I add that. I don't know if they mean 8 to 12 weeks after the convention. I've just always done it from the pre-order date. And it's always worked out. It's always, I have it for you to show you, but would you say that the time thing is a little hard for people to handle, right? That's probably the biggest complaint with a lot of this stuff, right?
Yeah. They want it now.
Yeah.
You got to flip it first.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing too. Like, if you want that figure, you really want it before everybody else, you are going to have to pay for it, unfortunately, unless you have a friend that's going to hook you up while you're there. But the shipping thing I wanted to talk about because they will tell you, oh, are you serious? All right. Give me a second. Let me go back. So they will, on there, they will tell you that it's going to ship after the convention. And then they will also tell you that it's going to take however many, weeks to ship, right? I've been trying to tell people this for a very long time. What is the, where are we at marker-wise? Time-wise. All right, so it's 1 hour and 8 because I want to see this huge spike on the YouTube from people screenshotting this shit. So really quick, just for the context and the setup of this, what do you consider business days?
Monday through Friday.
Right. Should be 5 days, right? Do you think that Mezco is open on Saturday and Sunday?
They sure as shit better be shipping my stuff on Saturday and Sunday.
Overtime
That
is
shipping
authorized.
department works. Yeah.
Overtime pay is not. Kevin better get his ass to work.
7/12s.
Yeah. 16.
That's the thing, though. Like, if you have an all hands on deck, how are they supposed to ship when they're all at the convention?
Figure it out. Hire some.
Hey, there you go. Hire somebody else, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we all agree. So it's Monday through Friday. It's 5 days, right? And if they tell you weeks, there's 7 days in a week. I know people want to argue about this and get mad about it. And so the thing is, I've been telling people this. It is business days because it's a business. They're not open on Monday, Friday, and they're not open on holidays. You can go back to their website and you'll see how they say, hey, happy holidays. If you need to contact us, we'll be back on this date. So that proves that they're not there on the holidays, right? They're a business. They work business days. So they're going to have, that's what they're going by, right? And you'll still have people say they're late. They're shipping this stuff late. You know me, track shit. and I made sure I had it this time for people.
Pay attention.
Well, that's the thing. You can tell people this, they can take it and they cannot, right? Just because they do say that something's going to ship 6 to 8 weeks or 8 to 12 weeks, it doesn't mean that it won't go out early, because we have seen some of these things like what? Slugfest, that was exclusive, went out the next day. Some of these are not con exclusives, some of them are regular exclusives, but they all had dates attached to them. Green Ranger, 6 to 8 weeks, it went out in 3 weeks. That, of course, is in business days. But if you look at all of these things, even if you go by business days, and how people say, well, it's taking like 17 weeks, it's taking 20 weeks. No, if you go by business days, they always go within the parameter of the weeks that they put out, except for one. I will give them that. It was Doc Nocturnal, but that was also during the holidays. But hey, technically they were late. And Decapod Gang, again, around the holiday. But they did send out a social media blast on it. But everything else, you know, out of the exclusive that they've had, they've been on track and within that time frame. So here's your list.
Hey, Paige. How many times has Mezco not delivered on a release?
Yeah. I just think it's funny, like people will say, well, this has been 19 weeks, it's been 20 weeks. And it's like, no. And you'll explain it to them. But yeah, to your point, I don't think they've ever just said, yeah, we're not shipping something.
So they've never just skipped out with everybody's money and just not delivered?
You know. I've heard that they use
so
it to play the stock
take
market.
Some relax and just trust that it'll get here when it gets here, folks.
Yeah.
That's probably the best tip anybody could give you. It'll get here when it gets here. Nothing's gonna make it come any faster.
Yeah. I've seen people say, well, if you email them every day. No, dude, first off, they're not there. They're at the con. They're not going to be checking.
Yeah.
And your email is not making that shipment come any faster.
Nope.
Hey,
if anything, now you're just wasting their time because now they got to read that email.
Yeah. A lot of people sometimes they don't pay attention to little stuff too, and stuff leaks out. If you've ever watched some of the other toy companies, and I'm not saying that this happened with these individuals, but Valverse, Legions, you know, just other toy companies, right? I'm not saying them specifically. I'm just saying if you watch some of these channels, sometimes those little pieces of information slip. I heard somebody say once that they were a smaller toy company, and they wanted to get their stock for San Diego so they could sell their product there, right? So they paid for a portion of that shipment to come faster, right?
Yeah.
But they only had whatever, let's just say it was 500 units. They only asked for 500 units. The rest of it is still coming, but they paid extra for it. So when people are like, I don't get it, why are these guys getting it? Well, they paid for it to get to the con faster, and then people went to the con and they got it. But that other shipment is still coming. You can't like make it go any faster. And it's not to beat a dead point with this, but like that's the biggest thing I see is people like they're like, well, why hasn't my stuff come yet? The reason why is because it's still en route, or you know, they're at the convention. Let them get back. Let them grab all the. You still got to tear everything down. You got to ship it back. You got to unpack all that stuff.
Yeah,
there's a lot to it, and so it takes a little bit of while. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to come early too. Because, like I said, there's been times when Death Adder, Uncanny Wolverine, that was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. That came out in 3 weeks. Green Ranger, 3 weeks. But everybody focuses on the time like you fumble the ball. They don't count the other times when these were early or they were on time. So like CC said, just be patient. The shipping thing, that's just weirdest. I don't know. It's the weirdest talking point about all of this stuff that people bring up.
Make sure you stop by and check out Fluffy Paige.
Fluffy, yeah, Fat Paige. Fat Paige knows. I swear, if somebody comes up to me in San Diego and says, hey man, you do look fat. I'm like, okay. Oh, little side note, MC will be able to attest this too. Look at that. MC, you were there. You bought Biker Gomez.
Mm-hmm.
That got shipped out in 11 days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gonna ship.
Yeah. Great figure.
Yeah, it'll happen. I don't know if
He was supposed to open that and let us know how he liked it, but
yeah. Well, CC got the shadow. Didn't tell anybody.
That was a secret.
the
I'm
shadow,
sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
the original release CC or the collector?
The collector capsule.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
At retail.
I really want to talk about this one. What do you guys think about prototypes?
Love them. Seriously.
Why do you
We
love
don't change much.
Yeah, single jointed. Why do they do that?
The
No, I mean I like it because we get,
prototypes never change much from the finished product.
you know, it's like it's nice to get a teaser. I would rather have a prototype image of something to get me excited for a drop than just to say, hey, we're giving you Beetlejuice and that's it. Or, hey, buy Beetlejuice now, it's done. And you miss, you know, because it's sold out, you know, like that's my opinion. And I know they are going to change. And I know that I may see something at the con that's going to look totally different when I get it 6 months, a year later. Like I have faith in Mezco products. I have yet to be completely I have yet to be disappointed in a product, honestly. I did not order John Wick though, but CC loves John Wick, and I know John Wick was a controversial figure.
John Wicker.
But I like Mezco's style of doing things, so I'm used to prototype images and love them. Keep them coming. There you go.
He says he's joking. He's joking. I'm like, are you sure?
All black Doc Knock.
Yeah, this is the thing, man. And this was like a prototype. So we said this in the past too. And that's another thing too. Like during these displays, I mean, there's a nice crew that works, you know, there. It's an experienced crew. And so, you know, look at stuff like in the community and try to like answer some of those questions, you know. There's certain questions that people have about certain figures and stuff, and I've been writing down a bunch of notes. You know, like this figure can't do that. I mean, we've seen that story before. You know, it's like this figure's not going to be able to support weight on the tentacles and all the other stuff that people come through. So like, the booth is really cool because if you really like go through there and just take your time and look at stuff, a lot of the questions that you have as a collector, try to answer it. You know, there's certain things that you're not going to be able to, but because some of them are prototypes. CC, what do you like? How do you feel about prototypes?
I always get excited when I see the prototypes because to me it just gives you a feel of what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Where are they going with this thing? You know it's not the finished product, but it really gives you a feel. And sometimes when you see a prototype and it looks really, really good, that's when you know, hey, this thing ain't far out. You know what I mean? Like it's getting close. Like that Thor there. That Thor is coming. He's coming.
You passed on that, didn't you?
Oh no, you did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I was gonna say, man.
I've got 6. No, I'm joking. I just have.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest one.
Ooh wee, Shredder.
Yeah, the tricep bicep incident.
I mean, come on, dude.
Of 24. Tricep gate.
That the sash.
Yeah.
Everything, man.
Wolverine's neck.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude.
Prototype.
People don't understand that when this stuff comes out and stuff like that, like I think this was kind of like a time thing. They revealed this online. And then what happened was this was tried to put out to go out to coincide with the release, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of giving people instead of just having a digital render, you're trying to give people that are there also a reward, like, oh, hey, I'm at the con, I got to see this thing in person, right? And I think it was trying to get it out, and
Could this guy be an exclusive too?
I don't know. This one was dude. So this thing, it couldn't move. It's glued. It was glued down. Like, not some of the pieces and stuff weren't there. It wasn't complete, but my opinion was they wanted to put it out to kind of give people an idea of what the figure would look like. So that's why I was asking what you guys think like about prototypes, because it's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation.
What's up, Sawyer?
Yeah.
Hey, Sawyer.
They're all right.
This one too.
Better than the actual one.
Hey, just so you know, your dad dropped Galactus on camera.
On his head.
Just so you know.
He's burning holes in my head right now.
Just so you know. You might want to do a little quality check.
He's giving you shit. He chopped all his hair off.
Got to get the ladies what they want, man.
Mm-hmm.
The ladies like it, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Braces come off in a couple months too.
Oh, man.
Ladies will love that also.
He's like, ladies love it.
Kissing lips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here, nerd.
This is a very good point. I wouldn't be surprised if the backlash with Shredder puts them off from showing more
I didn't drop
prototypes.
them.
So
Jesus.
all of these will. So all the people that want to see Hulk may not see it early now because of people being silly. Yeah, that was something. That was one of the points I had for this.
Man, I'd love for Mezco to do a Terminator.
I would too. I think it would be cool, like that and Dutch and everything. But yeah, these are our prototypes. If you look at it, so here's.
That'd be awesome.
All right, I'll get serious. So here's my challenge for this year, just for this year, okay? Just for this year, whatever they show during San Diego, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah.
Think you're expecting too much from the people, Paige.
Well, I know there's a bunch of people that are gonna be like, well, why should I? It's a prototype and stuff like that, and everything like that. And I think everyone's default is to automatically find stuff that's wrong, even though by definition a prototype is something that's not complete, right? It's gonna have stuff that's wrong.
Oh my God! Look at that tailoring.
Yeah, this stuff it's not, dude. It's. I really wish.
I need that figure. I saw him at
something.
He was at MegaCon and he looked
That eye is
good.
wonky.
Yeah, it's not done. It's not finished.
Where's his sheath?
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I'll be honest with you. I feel they are online watching everything more during the conventions. And I think it's a wasted opportunity for not just Mezco, any toy company. I think it's a waste of an opportunity not to just be force-fed with what they're giving you, but to take the opportunity to say, hey, what's going on with this? Just providing feedback, but providing feedback that can be used. Because remember, if this is a prototype, it's in the early stages.
Mm-hmm.
And they've done this in the past with other figures like Wolverine, Nightmare Batman. They canceled. They were going to bring it back, but they Iron Fist. When the consensus of people like give you feedback and you say, yeah, let's take this into consideration. It helps more than it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Master Wayne made a great point. If you put out something out there, right? And all of a sudden, you just start getting a whole bunch of like negative feedback about it. How open are you to show other things?
You're probably more likely to take it off the shelf, Paige.
Some of those things have been taken off the shelf.
We don't need to go there.
Yeah. So my challenge is, dude, I'm not saying everything that they do is right. I'm not saying you got to kiss their ass. It's almost like you have to give a disclaimer. Oh, if you said that, don't say nothing, just take it. No, if you see something like this, because you guys know what happened when that tricep thing comes up. The tricep thing or the Wolverine thing got fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that is completely understandable because it's representing the brand. If you see something, say something, yeah. But like to nail it home and be like, yeah, I know this sucks. Look at the neck. It's gonna be, dude, it's not helping anybody. It's really not. And then you are missing out on the possibility of seeing other things that they have, but everyone's being so critical of something that they're like, man, why put out more stuff if it's just going to be a constant negative feedback? You should be able to criticize, say stuff like, "Oh man, is this figure going to be short? Is the soft goods going to look like that? Is he going to have that out there?" Because there's some super fans, intelligent people, or people that are just ingrained in the culture. They'd be like, "That's not the way that belt's supposed to go. The belt should be more on top of here and this and that. I hope they fix that or something like that." That's something constructive, right? That's something that could be fixed. But why would you put out more stuff if everybody's just gonna shit on it?
This looks like trash.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. Would you rather see one or would you rather see 2 or 3 prototypes that look the best to their ability, or would you rather see 10 new products? Knowing that there's going to be a lot of flaws with it, but at least you have an idea of what's coming.
Damn, that's a tough one.
I want to see it all.
You want to see it all?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I personally don't even care like how far along it is in the project. Like, you know, if they put something up and said, man, this isn't coming out until 2027, I would just like to see it to know that's what's coming. I'd be cool with that. I love seeing the stuff that they're working on.
Yeah, because another company, they'll go to cons and just throw up like the gray blank figure, you know, like a unpainted version.
Yeah.
Like here we have this version of Batman coming, or X, Y, and Z.
Maybe that's what Mezco needs to start doing. That way we understand that. Maybe they need to stop putting like colored prototypes up, and they should just be all gray, like the Shredder and everything. They should just be all gray figure, you know, no color in the soft goods, just obvious, you know, test prints, if you will.
Yeah, they used to do some of that stuff, but then I think the feedback, everybody, like this one, he wasn't done, but he still looks good. He's farther along. Hey, look at that guy.
That's a test print.
Yeah. Oh, that's a spoiler. MC, what about you? All or nothing?
I gotta go with CC on this. I want to see everything. I want it all.
I would too. I'd rather see 10 releases. I'd rather see whatever they had in the pen, no matter how bad it was, but at least it would give me an idea of what's coming. You know? Helps me, like, did I blank out? Uh-oh.
Nope, you're good.
Well, like, I would rather see what's coming and get me better prepared. And you know, another thing is I would rather see it earlier than later. Because what if you had something that feedback-wise they could change during the process? You've seen it earlier along in the development, they can make that without retooling a bunch of stuff, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The earlier for me would be the better. And then just taking it with a grain of salt. Like you said, the track record for me, I've been satisfied with it. I'm not as harsh on it, but they at the end proc has always been pretty good. I would say 8, maybe 9 times out of 10, it's been pretty good. I would say Son of a Flower said, I think showing a prototype of any figure is great. It shows that something is in progress and will likely be released. #. Yeah, I would love to see the apes. just tease and let our imagination run wild with it. They probably won't show the Hulk until SDCC. I agree, it's a flagship convention, and that's probably the best place to show it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my challenge. And you know what? If it doesn't work, you can go back to hating. You got what 3 or 4 more times, but try something different. Like I said, you don't have to like kiss their ass and say, "Oh, this is great, this is awesome, you guys do everything perfect." No, just look at something and go, "Okay, I get it. That's the concept. I like that. Oh, didn't see that coming. Are you guys going with this?" Or hell, people take notes. They could show a Hulk and say, "Wow, I hope you guys include this face." Instead of going, "Pass, trash, sucks." It's not productive. It's not pushing us any farther. You're pushing us backwards. And we're losing a lot of stuff because you just want to piss in everyone's Kool-Aid. Try it for one convention, just once.
Yeah.
What is it? The fans want to see updated stuff. Yeah. The people that complain are not fans. Great point. And the prototype sign gives details in the stage, just like info like joints are subject to change. It looks like and I had to put that stuff out there, right? It was like, make sure we put these out there, licensor approval and prototype, right? And I was like, man, this sucks for these people that want to take photos because it looks like a damn NASCAR billboard race or something. Because it's like you got all these signs instead of like what Cece said, where you're just saying, okay, that's not finished yet.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take any pics of people to steal, Paige? Are you what? Are you
saying are you gonna take any pics for people to steal? You know, like
probably so. Yeah. That's another reason why I wait until afterwards, after the convention. Because
Oh, those would be at the OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's just, you have to be creative.
Exclusive content.
Like that one dude that was like, I was like, I know you weren't sitting behind the booth, so I know there's no way you got that figure out of the cabinet, sat behind the Mezco booth, and took that picture. You fucking liar.
Yeah, I did. You weren't there.
My picture. Okay, yeah. Like there's 3 guys back there. It was me, D, and this other person, and the other person don't take pictures.
Remember when I was going hard on that dude in the Indiana Jones group?
Oh gosh, dude.
And then he like blocked me because I'm like, why don't you just give credit to Paige? Why don't you just mind your business?
And we're in an age where you know where you got it, and if you don't, all you have to do is ask. Everybody will tell you. It goes like not just for me, everybody, man. Stop it. People do it. They were really bad about it at San Diego because everybody's taking pictures and video and stuff, and it doesn't take much to just give people credit. That's why I just wait. I'll wait till the end. But yeah, I'm gonna take some. IG comments, how come Toy Page's hand is holding the figure? That's why I wear this. It's another reason why I wear that. I took a picture and I had like it was some kind of tag or something, and I put it in the corner, and this dude took it. And then I like doing this too. I love doing this. I take, because like macro stuff and everything else too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my name somewhere in the picture. And this dude, he said something because it's not your picture. I took it. I was like, you sure? He goes, yeah, dude, you were in the same vantage point that I was. I was like, are you sure? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay. And then I took a video and I zoomed in and I go, that's my watermark I put in there so you couldn't see it. He's like, oh, you just did that right now. I was like, oh, really? And I was like, here's the metadata for it. I was like, can you show me a metadata that you were at the convention? He was like, no. I'm like, dude, come on, man. Stop, thief. Anyway, I'm not going to get mad about this year. I wasn't mad about it before. This little guy's cute. All right, here's the spoiler.
I heard he was just on camera a few minutes ago.
He was unmasked and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, do right by people, man. Like, be cool at the convention. Here was the other thing. So I've been trying to do this for a while. There was like a 0.5 version of this. It was just the initial one. And I've been wanting to do this for a while, and I it's just time and everything trying to figure out. But what I want to try to do is have the first annual Mezco meetup. Okay. Someone who like motivated me to kind of really get this in gear was Christian Powers.
Good dude.
Very good guy. I don't know if he's gonna be at San Diego, but I was talking to him about it one day, and then we started bouncing ideas off of each other, and he kind of like gave me a little bit of a push. I tried to do it MegaCon, it didn't work out. This seems like it's gonna be a little bit better of an opportunity. I wish CC could be there and MC could be there, but you know, we'll do something. We'll figure something out. But I want to try to do the very first meetup. It's not going to be anything. It's not going to be like a P. Diddy party or anything like that. It'll just be the day, which I think is probably going to be Saturday. Location that's going to be determined, but it's just it'll be an open invitation. I'll make sure I put it on the groups. And if you're attending San Diego, that way it gets people from the community to meet up. Everybody has it. I mean, what? Legions has it. Hasbro has it. Everybody has their little cliques and stuff like that. And I don't ever really see Mezco people doing that. So this will give people an opportunity to come and do that.
Paige is going to host it in his hotel room.
Oh yeah.
Grub will.
BYOB.
Bring
Oh,
your own
plastic party.
BYOBO.
Yeah, BYOBO.
Yeah. I wish you guys could go. It'll be fun.
Bring your own baby oil.
That is, yeah, I'm gonna put that at the bottom. But yeah, there's nothing special right now. It's just a meetup. Hopefully we can get people to go. Of course there's gonna be people there. Maybe we can get D to, I don't know. Maybe we can get them to do like a posing table, you know, just kind of like hang out and do that. I'll bring Grub so people can meet him, buy him a shot or something like that.
Ooh, what costume will he have this year?
Man, they had 3 or 4 of them. I guess we'll see. Maybe he'll have a new one.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, if you're around the area and you're just not getting in San Diego, what I might try to do is I'll try to bring whatever exclusive they had. And that way, if you weren't able to get it or something, at least we'll have like a round table and everybody can like spread their germs on it and stuff like that.
Flaming hot Cheetos will be served at the party.
Yeah, that's an idea. Maybe bring an exclusive so people can like kind of see it, mess around with it. If there's any freebies from the show, I'll try to bring that stuff. But it's just, again, it's the first one. It's not some big elaborate blowout, but I want to try to get people organized. So just kind of keep an eye out in the groups, and I'll do it on my socials too. It's not going to be attached to Mezco, just so everyone's clear. It's not anything that they're
Mez won't be
sponsoring.
there?
No.
ECC aren't going.
No.
We're boycotting SDCC.
Grub gang gathering. I like that. Make sure I say that one. That's a good one. No, it would be cool, but I don't think that would happen.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Yeah, but yeah, they are not officially attached to this. And it's just a Mezco collectors meet. I'll make it more specific. Mezco collectors meetup. It's just people from the community, and maybe we can get that started, and we can start doing it for, you know, each one of the conventions, just so people kind of, you know, get around, get to meet everybody, have a good time. No drama. I will tell you that. If we do have this meetup and you're there to like troll or do some dumb shit, don't even come. Don't come. This is.
Yeah.
people pay way too much money. You know, I'll probably have already gotten what Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 6 days of work in. I don't feel like messing around with anybody or somebody trying to do something like that. So if you
Puffy
got
Paige
good
will spit
energies,
on you.
I know, fat ass. But I mean, if that's what you're coming there for, don't do it.
Yeah.
Just want to make this a good, positive first experience. So if you have beef with somebody, if you have beef with somebody else, don't come. But if you can keep it in check and you can stay in your lane and they stay in their lane, I think that's good. That way, everybody gets a chance to meet each other. But it's good. It's going to be something that's want to try to make it positive for everybody. So no drama, no drama.
Remember what you're there for.
Exactly.
To share
Just
boys that we love.
no more drama. Yeah. But yeah. Questions.
Paige, is it true that you will be showing the exclusive reveals tonight on this live stream?
Well, when I got cut off, I actually did.
Yeah. There's a spike right now. Oh my God, he's going to show it.
The spike should have been when I got cut out because I remember I was like when I was talking, I said, "Hey, blah 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 blah." I actually held one of them up.
He held up God Thor.
All right, so what do you guys think?
God Doom, sorry.
God Doom, yeah.
Yeah.
I told myself, I was like, I'll show CC and MC this, and if they don't see it, then they don't see it. I can't show it no more. God Doom, that would be good. I'd love to see that. But do you guys have, I don't know. Do you want to call it wants or wishes? What do you guys want to see? What do you think we'll see?
I want to see if they're going to make any more G.I. Joe announcements or reveals.
Uh-huh.
I would also like to see if we're going to get anything more for the TMNT line.
Uh-huh.
I would also like to see what the next Golden Age spider villain is going to be.
Oh, good one.
That's probably the big three for me.
I would like to see more Golden Age Batman. Or a modern take. Give us a Scarecrow, something like that. That would be great. Definitely want to see Batman the Anime Series, Batman, Joker, whoever else they want to throw at us.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to build off what CC said, definitely more Joes.
That would be good.
Give me Baroness. And Star Wars. I'm going to pick 4. I'm kidding. I don't want Star Wars. We just had that joke this week. We don't want Star Wars. Nobody wants Star Wars.
People, man, I've seen a lot of comments. People saying that they are.
Oh, no.
Do you guys have predictions of what you think the exclusives will be, or what you know? Because I know I've seen a lot of people throwing out, characters and stuff like that. And
Can I break my NDA, right? No, I'm just kidding.
do you have an NDA?
Of course, no.
Do you have one? Holy crap!
No. I would like to see that Baron Benz that they teased, where we just got that promo of him with the light up suit.
Oh yeah.
What was it? I can't remember what they called it now. It was quite a bit ago. And give us more from the like Red Eye Knight, the whole that whole universe that they kind of teased us a little bit with, where we got the mech suit and Lama Rook. I want to see more of that.
Oh, the Void War stuff?
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, I always wonder how deep they're gonna go with some of that stuff. So, no Living Dead dolls then, huh? I thought we had some fans.
CC would like more female characters made. That way he can save money. but do an all-female exclusive release.
That's what I can save money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
It's gonna be cool. I don't see anything in the chat. More cadets. This is a very good idea. More cadets.
With all type pack. Yeah. Ooh, that'd be good if we got some, like a new cut and stitch or something like that too. Something similar to that. Some kind of accessories. You know, Baker's dozen. Something cooler though.
Yeah, I have so many like questions I want to ask them, you know,
Mm-hmm.
about stuff like that. Like maybe the direction, you know, certain lines. Are they going to continue with them? And, you know, just stuff like that. Because I was trying to look for that one thing that you were talking about, MC. Yeah. That's another benefit I think about. Yeah, I was trying to find him. That's another benefit I think about with like the communication too. Like it's cool because you gotta build some trust.
Was that RumbleCon that they showed him?
I'm trying to remember. I thought it was. Here you go.
Yeah.
That looks badass.
Yeah, Leviathan armor. You know, it'd be cool if they tackled more of the sorry, CC, I'm stealing from you, but like Universal Monsters, like do a take on them too.
Yeah, I wondered about that license because everybody seems to be getting it. I didn't know if that was open for them or if they're just taking this, you know, Gangrene Estates line and this other stuff and just saying, okay, well, let's roll with that. Licenses are so hard to like go through.
Mm-hmm.
When I see this too, I keep thinking to myself, maybe they'll try to do the dive suits for the Nemo, you know, 20,000 Leagues, but then I'm wondering if, like CC said with Spaceballs, if that time has passed for, you know, Captain Nemo, you know? If they did do a dive suit, would it even go over well, you know?
Yeah.
Golden Age Penguin. Do you think that the tariffs will reduce availability of exclusive figures? You know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that's going to impact?
I
have a feeling not this go around.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably stockpiled on this. You know, I'm sure Mezco. Maybe that's why we didn't have so many releases yet so far. Maybe they slowed the releases because they stockpiled to try to avoid. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Golden Age Penguin. Yes, Ian. Please.
You know, that's another thing that I don't think people take into consideration too. It's cool when people. There was a lot of questions or a lot of requests for that Vortex Strike suit at San Diego. You know, the people were like, "Why didn't they sell that there?"
Shipping.
Well, it's shipping, but it's also space. You know, when you I know this from just working with, you know, the school every once in a while. Like when you're shipping stuff, you know, you're only allocated, you know, so much weight or so much space within your booth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're taking a bunch of stuff that takes up a lot of space, you know, that's product that you're, you know, you may not be able to like not only move, but then that also overlaps into other things that might sell, you know. I'm excited for this, man. I think there's going to be some good stuff that people are really going to like. And it's going to be very interesting to see how people react to everything. I'm excited. He said, I'm excited.
Which classic Spider-Man villain do you want, CC?
Craven.
The movie version?
Absolutely.
I'd like for doing like original Sinister Six. I'd want
You know, the Craven movie wasn't that
Vulture.
bad. It wasn't what I would call a great movie, but it wasn't as bad as what people made it out to be.
Did you watch the whole thing?
The whole Craven movie, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think I got to the part like right after he got out of prison.
Yeah.
And then I it wasn't like I didn't want to watch it. I was just I had something else to do, and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'll watch it later.
Yeah,
It's
it wasn't bad.
I think it's on Netflix right now. But yeah, we'll see. All right. Anybody have any questions? That's all the topics I had. Did you guys have anything that you?
Is deodorant banned at like the Comic-Con? Is there a reason why?
Man,
Is cologne frowned upon?
You know what? Sydney Sweeney needs to set up a booth there to sell deodorant. I guarantee that shit would sell out and people would be using it.
She's not going to be there selling bath water?
Oh,
they'd be drinking it like shots at San Diego if she did that.
like Sawyer was drinking the bathtub.
Yeah.
I should post that video or that picture.
That
First sample of Sydney Sweeney's bathwater.
that line that I showed, that picture,
Mhm.
it would be 2 times that
Yeah.
if it was her and she was at San Diego.
And about twice the stink coming out of it too.
Ugh, gross. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I'm very self-conscious about that. Mez like he clowned on me because he kept seeing me put deodorant on. He's like, Paige, what are you doing? And I'm like this. I was like, man. I was like, because dude, when I was there, I'm like sweating. Like the first day, it's just like, it's not nerves. I don't get into all that stuff. It's just you're moving so fast. You're doing all of this stuff, and I was sweating, and I'm like, you're standing around people, and the last thing you want is to be like, God, dude, that dude is funky.
Yeah.
And so I was like this. I was like, shh. I go to the bathroom, wipe my face, wash and stuff like that. But there's some people that they're just baking in it all day.
Especially like the cosplayers and stuff when they're wearing all that stuff, you know, that definitely ripens them up.
Yeah, like if they're in like leather or something like that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would go home. Not home. I would go back to the hotel after the show and I would shower.
Yeah.
I showered in the morning. I showered when I got home. I just didn't want to be that person, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, bro. You red hot. Yeah, I do, man. It's just somebody asked me, they're like, you nervous? I'm like, no. I was like, it's hot. Yo, so when you're setting up the booth, they don't have the air condition on. So you're setting all of this stuff up, posing figures, moving boxes, all of that stuff. Nobody cares because you're just around everybody. But so the first like 2 or 3 days, no AC, and you're just there setting up all day. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's fun though. What about the rest of the Void team? That would be cool. There's a huge cast. But anyway, we hit the 2-hour mark. Does anybody have any questions? Nope. And that's it. What's the sum up?
Wear deodorant.
Wear deodorant.
Be prepared. Give positivity a try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Prototypes, remember?
They're your
work in progress. Be open to it. I would love to see another. Yes. Well, I'd
oil
like
to the Meet Up.
Yeah, I'll put more information out. Like I said, it is going to happen. Just don't know. It's going to more than likely be Saturday, but it's going to be after the convention. But
don't poke fluffy Paige in the belly.
Yeah, don't do that. You can buy me like a tasty cake or
None
something.
of those Pillsbury noises.
Yeah. He said, so we're just ignoring that cat?
Sorry. She wants out.
It's the amazing cat. I had this last thing really quick. here. I don't have it up. I made a mistake last week, or let me just clarify about something last week. So you remember when we talked about the newsletter and everything? Somebody asked me, they were a little confused on it, so I made sure I like did it. So there is a newsletter that goes out, and they put that to your email list, and there's a link to the last show. You can click on that. It sends you the email address. It goes through all that stuff we talked about, and then you'll get an email on it. And then somebody said that's not the channel. No, that's not the channel. This is the channel. This is the update channel that I was telling you guys about. I already pre-loaded it into the description box, but this is the broadcast channel that's on Instagram. This is what we've been talking about. Somebody said that link didn't work for the channel, but I made sure this week I put the broadcast channel link in the description. So click that. You'll sign up if you have Instagram, and then you'll start getting these little blasts on your, like, it'll look just like this, updates from Mezco, and they go through and they just kind of give you the heads up, and also these other little tidbits of information. Hi there, you emailed us and didn't get a reply. Hey, blank orders are going out. Hey, prize packets. Cece, what's your prize packet status? Did they say anything?
Yes. They said it would be shipping soon. And appreciate the patience.
I would say it was more than patience. you were like a monk on this. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Come on, mech suit. Come on, mech suit.
Do you think that they'll slip something else in there for you?
He's getting a living dead doll prize pack.
Ouch. and Pennywise.
That would be my luck. That's exactly.
Pennywise and Art the Clown.
They don't make a Megan doll, do they?
Yeah.
When are we getting a Scarlet Spider Mezco? Don't know. It would be cool. Did you tell them what prize packet that you won?
Yes.
Okay, good. So it's not like you'll get something random.
He won the 112 grand prize. That's what he said.
It's a bunch of 5-point stuff.
Yeah.
We're missing Dippo, Doms, and Ulysses Clamp. Mm-hmm. Yep. It would be cool. 2-pack. I'm not too sure.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
Sound like I heard a dog bark.
No, they are at the door. I got to take them out. All right. Great wrap up for everything. You guys don't have anything that we missed or you want to talk about before we go?
I think we covered it all, sir.
Thanks, Murdots.
Yep. Thank you, Murdots. All right.
Steak mint.
All right. That's about it. And then if there's anything new during the week, well, everything's probably going to be like really San Diego heavy. Everybody's going to be doing content, but for the next couple weeks, it'll probably be all that. Oh, last question really quick. Is there anything you would want to see picture-wise or video-wise to help it, like, to make it seem like you were there at the convention?
Yes, a booth walkthrough video, please.
Yeah, I suck at those. I'm not that great.
You know what else would be kind of cool, Paige, if you did?
I'm sorry?
Is if maybe you record a conversation with, I know you're very busy, obviously. I've seen you at conventions, but, like maybe talk to a couple of the people and post video, like, hey, we have, Son of a Flower here. What are you excited to see here at the booth? What have you seen? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of like a little man on the street interview, just segments. Just like, just 2-3 questions, just quick, and piece it all together and give a grub report built like that.
I did have that. I need to run that by them because I don't want to like get in trouble. But I had a list of stuff. Like I was going to ask people what their favorite reveal or favorite figure was for the show, and then I was just going to give them the footage. But I was going to do like B-roll and shit.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I do have an idea. I want to do a. You know how they're always like
articulation test.
The human articulation test. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah.
I do. There's a couple people I would love to, like, you see them complain about
Yeah,
double
let's
joint
do it.
elbows. I'm like, let's see you do the pose. I want to see you do it.
Let's do it.
I think you should. I had that. You remember that? I'd love to see people do it. Oh, I do want to try to do. You know how they're all take pictures of grub. You know, doing just different stuff. I want to do a. I thought it would really be cool because you would get fans involved, but I want to do like a grub selfie cam series.
Mhm.
So like I'll take him and I'll hold him, you know, like he's holding the camera and put the camera right here, put his face there, and then have people behind him and stuff like that, and just
That'd be
take pictures of different people throughout the convention, and then just have like this montage reel. I thought it'd be cool because you know you'd see a bunch of people you knew, and you know,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
so like a grub selfie cam. I want to do that this year, and then CC besides macro shots of all the clown stuff. Anything else you want?
Yeah. We definitely need all the Thor footage we can get.
Well, like man, booth walkthroughs. I always like so I've done like booth walkthroughs for them, but it's just like like that kind of stuff. But I've always like when I watch a booth walkthrough, I always try to like it's so hard to do, you know, because you're trying to go through all of these figures. Maybe if you broke it up into sections, you know.
Yeah.
I always feel like it's just hyperlapse. You're just going like this. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. What is it? Working on shots.
You think they would let you do like a time lapse of like the setup? Do you think they would let you do that?
That'd be cool.
Maybe if you released it after the con, like you know, you did like a time lapse of the setup but released it later. Just so everybody can see, like, hey, this is like, you know, before the booth. This is, you know.
They've let me take but when I've done pictures, obviously you gotta clear some of that stuff through them because they don't want like case numbers being shown or you know, like or what they're doing or possibly reviews. Like you might take a picture of something and there might be a figure in the back. So I mean they've been pretty good about letting me do that. I just show them and stuff like that.
The booth setup is really interesting.
Yeah,
so much work goes into that I think people don't appreciate.
Yeah, that's what they don't, and that's what I've tried to talk to them about it but I get it too. There's people that work there that probably don't want to get seen on camera, you know?
Yeah.
And the hyperlapse, like that would solve a lot of that because you just have people moving around so much.
Yeah.
But that's every year I've gone, they're really cool. Like they've let me do like just a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool to everybody sees that stuff behind the glass. You don't get a good thing, and then so doing some of those videos like that was really cool. And so I don't know, maybe that's something that they would. There is a lot of work that goes into it, man. It's long hours. That setup, first day you get there, you're there and you're working. It's work. It's fun because of the people that are there, but it's a lot of work, and it would be cool to see like did we do a count last year?
At least you'll be able to tell your doctor you got your workout in.
Yeah. You need to work more, fat ass. Okay, so you have restrictions. No, I wouldn't say like they're like no, you can't do this or anything like that. It's just you try to be aware of what you're doing because you don't want to put somebody on taking pictures and put on camera. You don't want to ruin any of the setup for people coming in. You want the element of surprise, and then sometimes sometimes work gets in the way. So obviously they don't want you taking figures out of the cabinet and taking them home. Taking pictures. I would say that's restriction, but they're pretty good about it. Oh, that's it. I'm tired.
Same, but yeah, I know why you're tired.
Yeah, it's been up late. Trying to walk more because I'm fat. Oh, all right. Well, that's it. Are we good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I am too, man. I really am. I'll close this out. That's it. Thank you, everybody that watched. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hopefully you found it informative. Hopefully it wasn't too much information, but it's better to be prepared than misinformed.
Mhm.
Watch out where you get your information from.
Cece's a known misinformation spreader.
Yeah.
Gotta keep them guessing. Gotta keep them guessing.
Guy getting pissed off. Pissed off.
You guys want some clickbait? There you go.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, well, you know, if people don't learn by now, they're not going to. So you gotta try to help the people that do. Thanks for your time, you guys. No, thank you, man. I'm glad you were able to make it live. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody. Thank you, guys. If you watched in part, jumped in, dropped out, watched for the whole show. People that weren't here watching replay, miss you. Minis, son of a flower. MC, any parting words of wisdom?
Me?
Yeah, you always have the good stuff.
Let me see. I got nothing today, honestly. I'm just happy to be. I busted out my Fantastic Four set finally after a long
Drink
time.
your bath water off the top.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about all of that stuff. That Junkyard Joe and that house, all of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
know what we should do for next show?
Super mega giveaway.
No, we should do like I'll do an SDCC tap in. We'll do something like that. Son of a, there you are. We were just talking about you. Yeah, we didn't talk about much. Just little stuff. We should do a tap in. We'll do that for like, I'll figure out what they got there and stuff like that. Maybe there's some freebies or something like that. They had freebies last time. Let's go. Take us out.
Remember to help control the pet population. Please have your pet spayed or neutered.
Bye. I'm ready for the green room.
I am too. Sipping on some tequila.